Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
And you obviously, I'm sure, have some thoughts on the FBI missing a secret room at Mar-a-Lago. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I know this has been the subject of much discussion. I really have gotten down into the weeds on this now, and here's what I know. Still not thrilled with the explanation, but two spaces inside Mar-a-Lago were apparently not searched that could have been perhaps within the parameters of the search warrant affidavit. Which, by the way, when you're searching for things like paper, you get to search a lot of places. It's like drugs. Okay, you can tear the place apart if you want to. They didn't want to do that with Mar-a-Lago because, in part, they had sources and methods, including the CCTV security cameras at Mar-a-Lago, plus human sources, telling them the documents are going to be here and here and here. And here's what you're looking for, and here's what National Archives is missing. And so when they went in there and they got those documents back in the places sources and cameras said they would be, they made an on-the-call decision on the premises to not break locks and do what's called a generally destructive search warrant. With regard to the closet, it's that closet leads to the roof, and it is locked down by U.S. Secret Service. It's their way to get up on the roof. And so the Bureau was aware of that. None of this, these two rooms are not a surprise. Everybody knew about them. The service had the closet, and that was deemed as, hey, listen, no need to get in there. So am I still seeing a level of deference that you and I would not be afforded if our homes were being searched?
Yeah,
Stephanie?
thank you.
Yes, there's way too much deference. But I now have a greater understanding of the operational scenario on the ground.
Yeah. This is why people around the world are like just going, how is it possible that this guy's not in prison or that he could actually be president again? And it's, as you say, stuff like this. I mean, them going after Fani Willis for her personal life, hoping to shut down that investigation, even though they have it on tape. They have that crime on tape. Right?
What a mess. What a mess. I spent painful amounts of time in my FBI career in internal affairs, making decisions about errors in judgment. Yeah. And I'm here to tell you, yes, Fani Willis has made an error in judgment. There's no question. I think she'll tell you that. Does that change the substance of the case that's been built? No. So she's in a mess. They're going to beat her about the head and shoulders with this forever. But at the bottom line is it doesn't change the content of the case. Right.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of the, God. She's always in my head. Trump going, the lovers, Lisa, what's her name? And
Peter
Strzok and the lovers. Just, had nothing to do with his guilt in Russia, Trump Russia.
Very
but of
similar.
course, yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yay, I get a gold star from Frank. We've been talking about this, obviously, and so have you on TV. The son beheads his federal employee father, calls him a traitor for working under Biden, calls for the death of all federal officials, displayed his decapitated head on, George Conway tweeted, we're in the midst of a mental health crisis in America, which is why we had, my friend Dr. Wanda on, because it's just, I don't know what degree, Frank, this is mental illness, just conspiracy theories gone wild, but it is obviously turning to violence. So, yeah, what were your thoughts on that?
There's a lot to unpack there, including a headless body. But,
literally.
A son, for those who are catching up, a son has decapitated his father, displayed the head on YouTube until it was taken down. And why? Supposedly, he says, and his social media is filled with this kind of stuff, his father was a federal employee, therefore working under the Biden administration. Now, his father's been a federal employee for decades, under many administrations, but this is the son who felt like he needed to call his father a traitor on social media and display his decapitated head. What does that mean? What do we take from that? We're at the point now where the cult is absolutely confirmed. When people are willing to betray and kill their families, right? We've already had people killing themselves in martyrdom. The guy in Provo, Utah, who the FBI had to shoot, they were trying to arrest him for threatening to kill Biden. Right. The guy at FBI Cincinnati who tried to breach the reception area ended up dead in a cornfield in Ohio. People are willing to die for Trump. Now they're willing to kill their family. And if you want a clue as to whether something's a cult, look at the ability to betray and kill your family for a single person.
Yep. There's a couple more big things before we go. You tweeted, the U.S. Border Control Agents Union has endorsed the bipartisan Senate proposed bill. Listen when the people who do this for a living tell you it works for them. I mean, yesterday had to be one of the most despicable days in Republican history, and that's kind of saying a lot.
They couldn't succeed in impeaching Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas for allegedly failing at the border. No high crime or misdemeanor, by the way. We could debate for an hour whether Mayorkas has done his job well or not, but there's no high crime or misdemeanor there. With regard to the Border Patrol Union, look, I have to say, that was a shocker. Those are agents who do this every day saying, hey, this bipartisan Senate proposal, that works for us. That gives us tremendous authorities we didn't have, more resources, and less undocumented migrants flowing into the country. And Trump, of course, has said, no, 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 no.
I mean, and not to mention they, tried to impeach Mayorkas on the day that they won't give him the tools to the job they say that he's not doing.
No irony there. No irony.
No, not at all. So you also tweeted the right outcome on the Crumbley trial. You said she ignored the warning signs, allowing her son continued gun access. Jennifer Crumbley found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in his son's school shooting. To this, I say good. I hope, we are on some path to a little more sanity around guns in this country. What was your take on that, Frank?
This needs to happen more often. I love this precedent being set for parents and kids who commit mass shootings. Look, if you paid attention to this trial and had the time to do it, this is horrific. This is a parent who was not present. And when her son was telling her repeatedly, I see things, I'm hallucinating, bowls are flying off shelves, I'm hearing things and voices. And she laughed at him, scoffed at him, mocked him, made it worse, by the way, by having things happen in the house to just get him going.
Right.
So she allows him to have this gun. The parents call them in. The school calls them in, says, look, we got a gun in his backpack. He continues to have a gun, no therapy, no help. This was the right call.
Yep. The new book is Long Haul, Hunting the Highway Serial Killers. Ooh, it's about murder. This true crime investigation uncovers a world of elusive serial killers. You get an expert's eye on how these cases are investigated and the ongoing challenges they present. It sounds fascinating, Frank.
Look, it's available now for pre-order. HarperCollins and Mariner. Over a year of my life on the road, riding long haul with truckers, over 2,000 miles. Talking to the top crime analysts and highway serial killings, who, by the way, those analysts happen to be women. Yeah. No surprise, because the victims in these cases are sex-trafficked women in and around truck stops. There's no championing, no advocating. Yeah. I tell their story in this book. You can get it now. Comes out in May.
Oh, I didn't think you could get more attractive. All right. Also, you know what you want to do, because that's a stressful, experience reading about that. You need to go on a cruise with Frank and Glenn Kirshner. It is the Oceanic cruise on the Mediterranean. I mean, that is a love boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Glenn Kirshner tells me he's bringing his Speedo for the lead event.
Sold. I'm in.
Yeah, we're in.